I'm Matt.
I'm Shane.
And if you like what you hear, make sure you hit that thumbs up button real hard, and make sure you subscribe to Comic Movie Marks.
And also click that little bell for all of the notifications.
Whee!
Always remember,
If Trailer Trash can do it,
anyone can do it.
woo! Hello and welcome everyone to another Comic Movie Marks commentary. What? It's not another. It's the first.
It's the first, yeah. This is our first watch-along. This will be unedited, uncut, and stupid rambling.
Oh, yeah. You know, usually those video edits I put in there is to cut up the stupidity that you would hear normally. That's not going to happen here. We are going to do a commentary over Man of Steel. It is 5 years.
Yes. Celebrating 5 years since the release of Man of Steel. We're stoked for this. We had some other plans, but guess what? It's just audio.
Yeah, we have a setup for video, but unfortunately, video is not. It's going to be a little bit down the road, you know, because right now, just time and life, we couldn't do it the way we want to do it. And, you know, we got to figure out free software and all this other shit. So we got to figure out how exactly we're going to do it. But video is going to come down the line in periodic moments and stuff. Not always.
Exactly.
But every once in a while.
We won't torture you guys too much.
Yeah, you don't want to see this shit. All we're going to do is scratch our balls. Literally, that's all that's going to happen.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're not.
Adjust a couple times, you know.
Yeah, we're not exciting people. Yeah, you're going to see me lift my leg, just like we just did now.
Yeah. Now that we're talking about it, it's like, you know, when you talk about spiders and now all of a sudden you feel itchy.
Yep.
Both of us at the same time.
Synchronized ball shift.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start this off. We are on the digital download on my Amazon Prime account. We're in the office watching on a little TV. This is going to be really weird to watch Man of Steel on a small TV. I usually have it on my bigger TV with surround sound.
I was gonna say with no surround sound, so this will be interesting. But I've watched it on my phone before, so this will be a little bit.
Damn, that's commitment. I've watched like scenes on my phone before, but not the full movie.
No, Voodoo. I've watched it. I'll prop it up, you know, at work or something like that. Have it on. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Wow. Okay. So we're basically going to start hitting play, and the WB logos are going to come up. And as soon as we hit Krypton, we will announce that we hit Krypton, so that way we can hopefully get synchronized with you at home. And if anybody actually listens to this thing, our review of Man of Steel is actually longer than the movie. So we will see. We'll see how close we can get to our
go check
review.
that out, I guess.
Yeah, check out the commentary and then go to the back to that if you want to waste 5 hours of your life. So here we go. We're gonna hit play in 3, 2, and 1. Wow, that was uneventful because there was nothing.
Boom, yeah. All right, Warner Brothers logo.
Time Warner Company. Yep, see, this is why we don't do video, because now we're just sitting here watching logos go by.
It's just going to be like silence for half of the movie. Oh, yeah, I forgot we're supposed to be talking about it.
Okay, legendary logo comes up. See, this is where CinemaSins is right sometimes, where it's like 50 fucking seconds of logos and shit. More logos.
I do like how it's kind of incorporated through like a steel type look, and then boom. DC
they got
Comics.
the same grit look and everything. Yeah, the same texture look that the Man of Steel world is built in. I think we're gonna hit another logo here. All right, pop copy here. Fucking A. All right, now we're hearing. Baby Cal's baby screaming, and no, that's her screaming. Baby heart.
First time watching this movie, one of the most odd introductions, I think, where you're like, what's going on? Oh, wait, yeah, she's having a baby.
No, this ain't some kind of weird shit.
Yeah.
I'm here for the gangbang. Oh, there's Baby Cal. Russell Crowe, by the way. I mean, Zack Snyder doesn't get enough credit for his casting.
Oh my gosh, no shit.
Some people question Jesse Eisenberg a little bit, but for Batman v Superman, but I can't imagine you could question anybody else. Everybody else is just casted so well. Even Michael Shannon here, who's done more serious movies, plays a fantastic Zod.
Yeah, I remember first seeing the behind the scenes. Actually, it wasn't behind the scenes. It was a set leak.
Real quick, you ever question how they get little babies like that?
Yes.
Like, is that an automated baby and shit? Right. That does look like fresh out of the oven.
Yeah. Someone's like, hey, pass me the baby. All right, perfect. Let's film it. Film the scene.
They're fucking right next to St. Mary's and shit.
Great shot of Krypton. But
desolated, cracked moon that we missed.
The behind the scene, or again, the leaked footage when I first saw Russell Crowe in the suit that he's wearing right here, I was like, holy shit, looks epic, and he looked badass, perfectly fitting for Jor-El.
Almost too badass for Jor-El.
Yeah, right.
That is like the only thing I've always thought about. Is like, for a scientist, quote unquote, he's really badass.
He's a science warrior.
He's smart with his hands as well.
This was one of the scenes when you first start watching it, especially when we went and saw IMAX, that the shaky cam is a little... I love the handhelds and what Zack Snyder was doing with this film, but the shaky cam was a little bit too much when we went and saw it in IMAX.
This is one of my favorite scenes right here. That's why I'm a little silent. Just love when this bitch tries to question Zod. Who's the fool? Douche, bitch! I'm not fucking playing. Shitty little hat falls off. What the fuck's the point of that hat? Looks like a World Series trophy.
It's pretty awesome, some of the stuff that they talk about, like how custom and how much detail they put into the world of Krypton. I think they spend about a half an hour.
22 minutes.
So 22 minutes, yeah.
I actually saw this interview where somebody was asking, like, did you ever get questioned about 22 minutes on Krypton? And he's like, no. And he's like, well, are you happy with that? He's like, yeah, because originally it was 30 minutes. and I was like, shit.
Yeah, then he cut it down. Yeah. But it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it at all. It's a perfect amount of time. A lot of great scenes, really establishing what the world felt like and where it was at.
Lens flare.
Again, the epic score.
See, I don't think the shaky cam is that bad. I mean, I know you're talking about the IMAX thing, but like, you know, people talking about he has this shaky cam, like, and they kind of compare it to like Civil War or whatever happened with the Russo brothers and Winter Soldier. But to me, it's still steady. Yeah, it's handheld, but it's not like it's flipping up and down.
And there's not a lot of jump cuts. So what Civil War does is jump cut in addition to the shaky cam.
I like how even in a Man of Steel commentary, we gotta
Civil
talk
War,
shit
yeah,
about
exactly,
Civil War.
always. But there are some comparisons in this. He has a handheld, which I think is fucking fantastic. It allows you to really get into the film and, you know, almost feel like you're there, especially when you're watching it in IMAX. But he still allows the fighting to happen.
See, this is when you know shit gets crazy. When Jor-El is basically flying a giant dragonfly. Like, fucking, that's when, you know, Snyder's just like, just draw me some random shit. And then he calls it like the Lone Ranger calls fucking his horse and shit. Hi-ho, Silver, away! As he fucking just goes. Oh, man. How does that guy turn? That's four-wheel fly.
So fuck off.
I always love that.
Get the hell out of here.
Nobody gives a shit.
The other thing that I thought was really cool, if the black suit got incorporated into Justice League, is the fact that it's in this twice. Jor-El's wearing a black suit right here, maybe a dark navy, but then obviously in the dream sequence that we see later, there's a black suit. So I thought it could have fit.
It made sense to the fashion.
Exactly.
To the look of Krypton. Nice taint shot of Russell Crowe here. See, this is what I always wanted Krypton to talk about.
Yeah, the show.
Yeah, the Krypton show, yeah. I wanted to know more the artificial population control, this codex. Like, well, we get what the codex is and stuff, but, like, how does this even start, you know? Who did that come from, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's a baby skull.
It's a tiny skull.
It is.
I mean, it's half of a skull, but... That's when you fire then. Oh. Just aimed a little too low. That lazy guy.
Boom. Love it.
See, now you watch this, and I'm looking at this green screen as he's falling. The CGI, it looks better than the shit we have now.
No shit.
If that was a 2018 movie, it would look so fucking garbage.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me. Look at that great, that texture. It looks seamless. It looks like it's really happening. But yeah, the 2018 movie can't get this shit right. I don't get what's going on now. Oh.
Man, I really love the look of Krypton.
Oh, I know.
There were talks at one point, it was a rumor, and Russell Crowe was interviewed and asked, "Would you be interested in doing a prequel movie where it's all Krypton based?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm on board for that for sure." And I think that would have been fucking awesome, just to do a Krypton movie, but they elected to do the show.
And then it has nothing to do with Jor-El or Russell Crowe.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much anything Man of Steel at this point.
Yeah.
That's why we gave up after episode 3.
Yeah.
If anybody was wondering.
It's still on my DVR, but
yep,
that's about it.
Still on mine. Semi-intelligent. Fuck you. All right. We got smarts.
Pretty accurate.
I don't know. The reception of this movie kind of proves him right. Semi-intelligent. He's gonna die here. Don't be naive.
This is some of my favorite dialogue.
It's true yin and yang here.
Yeah.
On what do you do?
I love, you can still see the pain in Jor-El of he knows what he needs to do to save his son, but he's not like, oh yeah, setting up for punchlines and I'm like, yeah, let's just fucking send him.
And this actress, she's only, I forget it, I don't know the actress's name, is playing Jor-El here, but she's only in this movie for so long, but yet so impactful.
Yeah.
Like, you just feel it. Like, she never see him walk. She just wants to hold him a little bit longer. She's the first woman on Krypton to give birth, natural birth, in so long. And she's probably got such a maternal instinct right now raging through her. And you could feel it. It feels real. It feels real. So again, how the hell did they get these babies? It's got to be a CGI baby. That is a tiny baby.
I don't know.
We're about to see little super dick. I wish this would have been explored more.
Yeah.
Like, how much does the Codex really affect Superman? I'd love to know. Well, we kind of know in the Snyder version, but...
Going back to some of the stuff on the parents and, a lot of the stuff that came out before, like teaser trailers and stuff like that, I thought was done so well because, you have Jor-El, kind of a voiceover teaser trailer, and then they released almost the same exact one with Jonathan Kent, and you really get to see the two different sets of parents and parenting and, what they're going through and what they're trying to do for Cal.
The score as well going on right now. Jesus. The music. Just so well done. It's fine. I don't give a fuck. Some cool technology right there. They can indicate.
Yeah.
It's a launch.
There's so much more that's left unexplored.
Look at that.
Epic entrance.
I know you stole the codex, Jor-El.
Really? What gave it away?
And I'll let you live. This is a second chance for all of Krypton, not just the bloodlines you deal with.
It amazes me that their armor is CGI. I thought for sure that this is all actual
Boy, child,
costume.
Krypton's first natural birth in centuries. And he will be free. Free to forge his own destiny. Heresy!
I always loved his reaction to that.
Yeah.
It seems that just shows,
Is the frustration like in his mouth where he's
Yeah.
like, oh, you son of a bitch.
and just like how corrupted the system has gotten on Krypton, that just having a natural born child, heresy. He'll have choice. He'll have his
Yeah.
free.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck your choice. Like that just shows the.
And it's already establishing motives. Solid, relatable motives for Zod. Great hand to hand.
Russell Crowe fighting around the world.
I'm a scientist, but I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Yeah, he did beat the brakes off with this supposed general.
Laura, listen to me. The codex is Krypton's future. Abort the launch!
Cheap shot here. What damn? He looks at him like, you asshole. I always thought that made perfect sense for Zod to kill Jor-El.
Yeah. Before the planet even blows up.
Zod's got a lasting scar now to remember Jor-El.
Where had you set?
His name is Cal, you son of a bitch.
Bring that ship down.
Nope, didn't work.
Target locked.
Target not locked, motherfucker. Here comes the cavalry to save the day.
Lay down your weapons. Your forces must arrive.
See, I love the Hans Zimmer score because everybody kind of gets
Crimes of murder and
like their own theme. Like
Yeah.
they have that theme for Zod. They have obviously the Superman theme.
300 cycles of some.
And then he carried it over into Batman v Superman.
Do you have any last words? You won't kill us yourself! You wouldn't sully your hands, but you damn us to a black hole for eternity! Jor-El was right. You're a pack of fools! Every last one of you! And you! Believe your son is safe? I will find her. I will reclaim what you have taken from us!
They started a lot of the marketing like super early. I remember almost, I think it was a year and a half, I want to say, in advance, where like teasers and different things started coming out. Maybe it was about a year, but a lot of it I love that was built around this I will find him. That one of the quote unquote trailers, there was a website you would go to and it would be Zod's message that eventually is seen later in the movie. A lot of stuff that
Oh
was
yeah,
built around
I
that.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is something that if we could ever find out how to ask Snyder on this on Vero, how did you get dick ships in there? Like,
Yeah.
who lost the bet? I just really want to know. Like, all right,
I'll show you.
What's the best way to transport these guys in little penises? It looks like sperm flying up into an egg.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the symbolism there. All right, you're just not getting it. You know, one of the things for Man of Steel, I guess on these kind of slow parts, we can kind of throw in some extra stuff here for us. Personally, when Man of Steel came out, as Shane posted some pictures of it, we got Walmart tickets in the beginning. And it was like and this is back in the day, so this may not sound like a big deal now, but it was for a 7 o'clock showing on Thursday.
Yep.
Now that's norm.
Right.
But back then it wasn't.
It was not. Yep. So, and it was a early thing they did, and you had to go wait in line for for tickets at the Walmart. So I was like, I'm fucking doing that. We don't have to do the midnight showing. Hell yeah.
And we saw that one. We had to go through a Walmart ad first before we got to see the movie.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we bought tickets for the midnight showing as well at a different theater.
Yeah.
Because we're surrounded by multiple theaters here. And so we went to that one exhausted after watching a 2.5 hour fucking Man of Steel at 7. Stayed out for a little bit longer. Went and got, and this was also when you had to get there early to get a good seat, because this wasn't assigned seating. So we basically rolled out from one to go get in a line for the other one.
Yep.
Kind of fell asleep through the second one.
That's the second viewing, yeah. And that was kind of our first hint of like, we might be getting old.
Might. And then I believe it was that weekend or the next weekend, something like that, we went down to a bigger city. San Francisco, fuck it. I'm just going to say it. We went down to San Francisco. We're on the West Coast. Woohoo! Anyway, West Side. And we went to San Francisco to an AMC theater and an IMAX one they have there in San Francisco.
And we were very specific on which theater that we were going to go to, because a lot of them, if you research them on Yelp or just online, a lot of them, especially in Northern California, are what's considered a LIMAX. So it's not a full IMAX experience. It's a bigger screen, but not the full IMAX. So we wanted our first experience at an IMAX to be Man of Steel, and it to be the full experience.
And it was. That was insane. Now IMAX are a little bit more common, and those LIMAXs are starting to disappear for the most part. But holy shit, that one was huge. We had to watch it in 3D, which sucked.
Yeah.
But that screen was massive. It actually wrapped onto the walls a little bit.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me of like way back in the day when you'd have to go like look at the stars or whatever, the planetarium.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
By the way, a lot of people give shit for how the story was told here, that basically they skipped over the whole thing, like the Reeves version where he lifts a car and they find the kid in the ground, blah, 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 and it just skips to him as an adult here. I love this type of storytelling. We just go from the ship to a full-grown Clark. It's so much better. I would have loved if he didn't tackle him.
Just gets hit.
You ruined my cage, you asshole. Funny thing is, too, we're not... I think you had the same issue as me, so I'll just say for now me, but I never watched... what is that fucking show where they... Most Dangerous...
Deadliest Catch?
Deadliest Catch.
Yeah.
So I never watched that show and
neither.
stuff. So I wasn't in tune with the sea talk of Greenhorn.
Right.
Yeah. And so I thought literally he used the fake last name of Greenhorn. I was like, that is the weirdest last name. Is that a Green Lantern Easter egg? Like,
right.
I'm trying to figure out.
Why would you pick that? Going back to the CGI you were talking about, this was probably the first scene that I saw that was leaked. This whole scene right here, it actually was when he's actually
on fire.
He's saving them. Yeah, exactly.
That's how Henry Cavill stands with it.
But this is all pretty much just green screen, as you could assume, and it's just a platform that's pretty much built. And the fact that it was shot from these hilarious guys from like yards away, and they're zooming in and they're talking about how jacked the new Superman looks and everything, and he's doing pull-ups in between takes, and then it shows him doing another take, but it's basically an entire green screen. And you look at this and you think that they maybe green screen the water and build the whole set. Nope, it's just this part that he catches, That's actual real. The platform, everything else is green screen. And the shot for the ladies.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, Superman doesn't save anybody. Just want to point that out.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. The very beginning of the fucking movie. When the first time we see Superman, what does he do? He saves people. God damn it.
Loses his job, too. I guarantee he got
He was
fired.
making good money, all right?
I'm
That
sure.
was a solid
I'm sure.
9 to 9 the next day job. Very symbolic.
Yeah. And the
Pencils.
flashbacks.
Yeah. Just a great way.
Yeah.
This,
I love this. Even the kid is such a great actor.
I think that's real. I think they have like
What am I doing?
I think they have a clicker on the side there and they're fucking with him.
This is some of the stuff that I love that Zack Snyder, David Goyer, Christopher Nolan really incorporated into this film is his struggles. His struggles, growing up and like, holy fuck, I'm hearing everything.
I remember when this movie first came out and there was some radio show that I listened to. And I never got so mad at the radio show. I loved that radio show back then. But I never got so mad at them until this moment when they were talking about this movie. And they're like, Superman's not supposed to have anxiety. What is this? Like, why is he hiding in a closet? And like, they were just talking so much shit about this. I'm like, yeah, that's anxiety, huh? I'm like, fuck it. No, motherfucker. What the hell would you think you would do if you can see through people?
Right, exactly. Start freaking out. And it comes on, they do a good job kind of incorporating similar to Smallville where it just comes on randomly and he's like, what the fuck is this?
And he's got to hear all the kids.
Yeah, making fun of him. I did too because I have big ears, but not quite like this.
Yeah, but you couldn't punch a hole through them.
Yeah.
The music.
Dialogue. A rumor for Justice League that really pisses me off is if it's true is that's exactly what Lois tells Clark when he's being taken over by Darkseid or whatever Zack Snyder's version is when he's evil and he's not fully sure, and that's the same exact. The rumor is that she uses that line, listen to my voice, pretend it's an island, and then that's what snaps him out of it. I'm like, could you fucking, like, that would be so fantastic.
Yes. I remember this scene from the very first trailer.
Yep.
I always thought this was really weird that this house made the trailer, the first trailer. Like,
Yeah.
this imagery. This
Right.
imagery made the first trailer.
Yeah.
Where he's probably
Yeah,
the most
like-
anti-Superman right here when he jacks someone else's
Right,
shit.
yeah. That was, out of everything, this was one of the biggest things I had a problem with. Superman steals? What the fuck? This actually was one of the early shots. I don't know if people have heard me talk about when this movie was...
we don't have very many scripts.
True. When this movie was coming out, I was so into it. I wanted to see any leaked footage that was coming out, any set photos. I was on a Facebook group of anything that came out, and that again was one of the early ones, shot of him shirtless, and again of him just jacked, and like, holy shit, this is our Superman. He has a beard, which is kind of weird, but this is our Superman.
Another flashback after seeing the bus.
Hey, asswipe. What do you think? You see the game?
I'd love to know what game he's talking about.
I want to hear what he has to say.
It's got to be football, right?
Yeah.
It's Kansas.
I'd love...
Dick Splash. Now, see, I'm all down for random, stupid, like, mixing of words and shit. I always love that. Like, fuck monkey or something like that. Just random shit to throw together. Dick Splash, I always like... That one didn't quite make sense to me, other than the possible foreshadowing of them splashing in the water.
Yes, exactly. all their little...
The bus is the dick.
yeah, exactly. Back when this movie or the trailers were coming out, and you know there's a line. It shows this in one of the trailers, and there's a line of my son was in the bus. He saw what Clark did, and every time I would see a school bus right after that trailer came out, I'd say that. My wife got so irritated. She's like, "Shut up."
Again, Superman doesn't save people. Literally, fucking beginning of the movie, he saved a bus full of kids.
Yep, 2 out of 3 flashbacks.
Yeah,
Saving.
he's about to save the fat redhead kid, Pete.
They called him Dick Splash.
Yeah,
What a dick.
you know, I was like, it's your fault that we're in the water. I don't know if it is or not. I do love the. I mean, I love when people run with stuff. Sometimes it's cool. Sometimes it's not. It gets a little stupid. But I remember with when he was on the oil tanker there and he was in the water and stuff. Everybody's like, that was an Aquaman reference right there. You know, the whales and shit like that. And then I remember somebody tried to somehow I forgot how the correlation was, but the guy that was driving the car that they almost run into was like somehow somebody was tying it into like that could be Hal Jordan. Like they were fucking,
What?
I remember hearing that. I don't know. Maybe it was something a long time ago, and someone said, but I just vaguely remember that of someone saying that was Hal Jordan. That's why it all went down like that, or I don't know, some shit like that. It was so weird. How'd that kid get so fat? That is some eerie shit right there that he was able to get off. See that you've talked about this, but the way it's all shot here, the swing, the coffee pot just getting jammed in there. Something simple as the screen door whacking against
slamming.
Yeah.
I would just love Snyder's style. One of the most controversial scenes.
Right, we talked about this. You have, Clark, you have to keep this side of yourself a secret.
What were they supposed to do? Just let him die?
Look at him. He turns his head.
There's more at stake here than just our lives, Clark, and the lives of those around us. When the world finds out what you can do, it's going to change everything. Our beliefs, our notions of what it means to be human, and everything. You saw how Pete's mom reacted, right? She was scared.
Why?
People are afraid of what they don't understand.
So key.
Is she right?
So key.
Yeah.
People are afraid of what they don't understand.
Tell me.
Ultimating prick. If you weren't stronger than me, I'd backhand you.
We were sure the government was going to show up at our doorstep, but no one ever came.
I want to know how you got it there.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't know if that's the thing where you get a couple buddies and be like, hey, man, help me load this in the back of the truck.
Yeah, this big ass rocket ship. Tow it.
You know, I love Man of Steel. This
In the chamber with you.
this is one of the dumbest things, though.
Took her to a metallurgist in Kansas State. He said whatever it was made from didn't even exist on the periodic table.
And then what? That's what
Right.
I've always wanted to know. Oh, you're like, oh, well, here's your thing back. Motherfucker would be like,
good luck.
I would be like, this is the greatest find of all time.
Yeah. A Pulitzer.
We'll give you the university if you fucking release.
yeah,
Like, seriously, that
exactly.
is a huge thing.
I don't blame you.
I mean, I've never, no writing, nothing is perfect in a movie, but that part always
No.
did get to me a
Yeah.
little bit. Like, okay, so you just took this to a metallurgist.
I picture that too, and then he's like, "Oh, sorry, sorry, I couldn't help you." He hands it back to him.
Yeah.
Have a good day, Jonathan.
This shit's not even worth lead. You know, like fucking. I picture a flick with a thumb, like.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Is Martha doing good? Tell her I said hi. And he leaves. Oh, fuck.
Martha.
But somewhere out there, you have another father too who gave you another name.
Only if you knew.
And he said you
A rare metal with a perfectly imprinted S on it.
Yeah.
Here you go, motherfucker.
No
Take
clue.
that back.
This was one of the other early things that leaked. People were curious what it was going to be because they actually built the truck. It's not CGI. They had the truck with all the the logs driven through it. And
Really?
I remember seeing a video of a guy driving around the set area with the restaurant and everything, and he was like recording it from some sort of camera, and a lot of people were speculating like, what is this? It obviously shows that there's aliens or something. What is this from? There's shit ton of speculation.
This is the other thing. Like, Snyder, you could have casted at least a little bit bigger guy. Like, like he shouldn't be this cocky. Like, at best, he's 5'9" right now.
Right. Hey now.
I mean, oh yeah, I forgot how short you are. I see, and that's when he should give up right there. Like,
Yeah. Where it's like, oh,
you know, this
okay.
is gonna go not in your favor, but yet you throw a can at him afterwards.
He might be drunk and knows that he can't do anything.
Maybe it's Napoleon complex. Maybe that's what we're
Yeah.
trying.
Yep. Could be.
That's what we're trying to.
I do love
This is a good throw.
Yeah.
That's a good throw with an empty can. He
Yeah.
got some air on that. I think they put some rocks in that thing to get that to sail right.
I do love that people will always complain and say there's no humor. And I laughed at several parts in this movie, and this was one of them. Him trying to push him, not being able to do anything, beating him in the back of the head.
Subtle
and then
humor.
this. Yeah, exactly.
And this,
Subtle.
yeah, because I love when
situational.
he looks around like he's gonna really get an answer if he looks left or right. Fucking A. Like just kind of looking at it like a pigeon. Huh?
Superman hitchhiking,
Oh yeah, I love this.
classic.
Classic. The good old story of
Yep.
Superman hitchhiking. I heard someone bring up to is how does he keep getting all these jobs? Like, could you imagine that resume?
This is random. Oh, looks like you bounce from job to job. Sure, we'll hire you.
Do you have reliable transportation? Fucking,
Maybe because they're all shitty jobs.
I don't know. This is working with a military.
Oh, that's true.
This is I kind of feel like you need
A good amount of security clearance.
yeah, clearance. Yeah, I think you might need clearance for this one, but who knows?
Again,
See,
subtle humor.
Yeah, like he looks back at her. Yeah, totally.
I just drove some logs through a semi truck, but yeah, heavy.
Totally can feel this. It's burning my traps.
Well, what can I say? I get writer's block if I'm not wearing a flak jacket.
Ms. Lane, Colonel Hardy, U.S. Northcom, Dr. Neil Hamilton from Norfolk.
No handshake. Love that.
Dick.
Which is why I showed up today. But let's get one thing straight, guys, okay? The only reason I'm here is because one Canadian soil in an appellate court overruled your injunction to keep me away. So if we're done measuring dicks, can you have your people show me what
I always thought that line was kind of interesting. You could tell that they're trying to push the envelope a little bit. Dick splash, that this is more adult, but I'm like, that's totally out of context, measuring dicks. But, go ahead.
He likes dicks.
Yeah.
The spaceships.
Yeah, I
Dick
guess
splash.
so.
Measuring dicks.
Ice surrounding the object
It's all for the ladies.
is nearly 20.
Shot of, Henry Cavill's abs.
Multiple times. See, all green screen, but it looks fantastic. Yeah, they kind of do the blur background and shit, which, sometimes can get a little overkill. But, to be honest, when I first saw this, I didn't quite catch on that was fucking Clark. Like, that's Henry Cavill. I honestly did not quite catch on when she said, "Oh, that's heavy" and stuff.
It takes a little bit.
I didn't quite recognize him, and that's how subtle they're shooting this. That's how
Yeah.
they're not. It's not like in other movies where the main character is going to be wearing something completely bright, and so they stick out a lot more.
Right.
He's dressed like everybody else, so he just kind of blends in, which is the point. He's trying to blend in, except for when he does this dumb shit, where he's walking up the Appalachian Mountains or here or whatever in fucking t-shirt or whatever.
Yeah. And his nice little
At least you
long
could have.
sleeve.
Yeah. At least you could have wore a jacket.
His Henley.
Nice product placement there. That's another thing Man of Steel does well. Product placement.
Oh man, everywhere.
It's 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 not so subtle, but subtle.
Yes. Not so subtle, definitely in certain aspects.
But it almost feels like it's on purpose to make you laugh. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. When we get to it, we'll get to it. But I want to know how she got up there. Like, this is just...
She's fucking Lois Lane.
I guess she's not feeling... She got writer's block unless she's hanging off an icy cliff.
Exactly.
See, this is when the shit I turn around. I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah. What is he doing? I loved the heat vision in this.
Oh, I know. The varicose
Fucking loved
veins.
it, yeah.
The fact that he has to shake his head a little bit. Like, it fucks up his eyes.
Yeah, it bothers him.
That's why he's got to wear
Fucking
glasses
loved
later on.
You thought it was a disguise. It's not.
It's fucking all the heat vision.
Fucking great score.
No, seriously, I turn around. I'm like, how is this thing perfectly bored out? And why did he make it so big? It was overkill. Could have made it a little bit small. Just burning up the ice caps.
Claustrophobia.
Yeah, that's what he's got.
It's one of his weaknesses.
This part I always thought it was interesting. Again, this would be another great Snyder question. I've always wondered how this little robot actually kind of hurts him. And this robot doesn't give much of a chance either to... Yeah, see. So I get it, it's Kryptonian technology. And they're on a Kryptonian ship. That seems like that does some damage there.
Yeah, so that's probably part of it. He's also... he's not near the sun. Yeah, he's bleeding.
Yeah, he's bleeding.
So-
I've always been curious about that. Is this producing a Kryptonian atmosphere inside the ship? And is it just not as strong as the one in Zod's later on? Or what? Because he uses his heat vision later on, and then he crushes the robot later on. So it's just kind of curious. I've always wondered how that completely affected him. It's a very impractical driver's seat. You always got to keep your hands in one spot. If you ever have a scratch your ass or anything like that, you're fucking screwed. I don't know why I thought that was funny. It's just like she just looks at it like,
subtly floating.
"Hey,
to her.
buddy."
Open chamber from the prequel comic.
Which will probably never get answered.
Yeah.
You're so cute. Let me take a picture of my Nikon X.
It's like the Predator.
No, not the Nikon. Did that thing have double A's?
Yeah, it did.
It's 2013. That shit wasn't rechargeable. Rechargeable's been around for a while. I love the behind scenes of this. Is he just wrestling a guy around?
Yeah.
Just grabbing the shit out of the guy. Don't worry. I'm beautiful.
She's like, okay. Yeah, take my clothes off, please.
How did you have a beard in the last shot? Now only 5 o'clock shadow. Mmm. I don't shrivel in the cold. That's a true superpower. I'm a shower, not a grower.
Again, more handheld, which it really puts you with this guy. Like, fuck, let's run. I did think it was kind of a dick move that he just leaves Lois Lane out there. Like, oh, they'll find you, right?
And they show polar bears.
Yeah.
She just gets munched on by a polar bear. And I've always been curious. I think on Vero, Snyder, somebody said about the 20,000-year-old eyes because that's what they estimated it as.
Mm-hmm.
But he said it was more on Vero. Like he said, like 30,000 or 50,000-year-old eyes. I think he forgot about his own movie.
That's a lot of detail.
True. 18,000 years.
And then left me there to die.
This is not the first time she's been left out here like this.
Another great casting, as you talked about earlier, Lawrence Fishburne
Oh.
as Perry White. Like most YouTube channels and media sites now.
Yep. It got leaked.
Yeah. Sources.
But this is actually real.
Pounds of scotch.
I do like how they keep the simple castings and everything. That guy's back in BVS too.
Yeah.
It's just simple things like that. He didn't go that far. Did he
Like,
land on the nice ice block?
Just park it over here. How does he know how to fly it? Tutorial?
Autopilot.
Oh, yeah. Could be.
Didn't go very far. Maybe Jor-El flew it. No! I was just watching Empire Strikes Back today, too. For like 5 seconds. No shit, Sherlock. No, just kidding. Fucking Shane uses that on me all the time. When I'm like, I got so many questions.
Where do I come from? I thought this was a cool way to tell a backstory.
Yeah, too bad Guardians of the Galaxy 2 stole it.
Yeah.
It was original until now.
And done so much better.
Actually, the CGI is way better than this than Guardians.
I know. Again, some of the awesome stuff that would have been cool to incorporate into the TV show Krypton. People say that's an Easter egg from the original Donner Superman with all the little spikes and stuff, because that's kind of what the crystal ship looked like.
A lot of people say this is an Easter egg from Matrix. No, I'm just kidding.
No. I'm like,
I
okay.
just remember some people like, what the fuck is with the deal with the Matrix babies? Jesus Christ. It's artificial population control. How the fuck else are you going to do it?
Child aspired to something greater. You were the embodiment of that years ago. Krypton's first natural birth.
But I worked on a fishing boat.
Why did you come with me?
I would love to know what they talked about from that point to that point.
Right.
That was a long walk.
Not how much we loved you. Your mother, Lara, and I were a product of the failures of our world as much as ours. Tied to its fate.
Plus, there wasn't enough room on the ship.
It's pretty small. Didn't you see it?
Yeah.
Shit, don't ask stupid questions.
You barely fit your baby dick in there. I almost had to close the door on it. Timing is impeccable.
And a perfect fucking suit.
People of Earth are different from us, it's true. And ultimately, I've been able to prove that. They won't necessarily make the same mistakes we did. What if you guide them back? What if you give them hope? That's what this symbol means.
See? Subtle.
The symbol of the house of elves.
Subtle Easter eggs, just like when Soup pulls the
Yeah.
shirt apart.
Potential of every person, be it force or good. That's when you can bring.
I just don't understand how people don't love this movie.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I just don't. The fucking dialogue is almost top notch, except for the metallurgist. In the
99% can't be perfect, like you said.
yeah, but this just the shots. Look at this. Like you have the lens flare, but it's like from fucking rocks or something. The dialogue
This
here.
is one of my favorite scenes of all time.
The cape flapping in the wind. His codpiece coming towards you.
I fucking love this suit.
You've grown stronger here than I ever could have imagined. The only way to know how strong is to keep testing the limits.
The music, of course, first flight.
Yeah. I always felt this was he could leap tall buildings in a single bound. This was somewhat of a reference to that, but I also thought it was cool that like he just doesn't fly. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna try. Oh, he doesn't smile, by the way.
Yeah, that's true too. Well, you see, he's not smiling. Oh shit!
More subtle humor.
Not positive, but in some of the research we did for our big Zack Snyder myth, I think actually in like one of the All-Star, I think it is All-Star Superman, maybe. That's actually pulled right out of it, him leaping like that. I believe it's All-Star Superman.
Ideal to strive towards. They will race behind you. They will stumble. They will fall. They take time. They will join you when the sun comes.
See, subtle. His head
In time.
in the light, he's absorbing.
Soaking it in. Some of the best fucking dialogue.
The fists on the. I don't understand how you can't love this fucking movie.
Fucking
Breaking of
awesome
the sound
score.
barrier.
Yeah. Do you remember that teaser for Dark Knight Rises? When all it is him just flying up, breaking the sound barrier.
Yeah.
And we're like, that's it? Man of Steel?
Yeah, I do vaguely remember that.
I was like, shit. I was so stoked for it, anticipating it forever, and then that was it.
Yeah, because no, I think it was the one where it just shows the house and it has the dialogue over it, and then the only time you see Superman is that very end shot where he's flying up into the thing.
What was it? I felt like it was just something so basic. Yeah, that might have been it. The voiceover of like Jor-El or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be right.
And then, but the only thing we see, other than that, other than showing the house,
Is-
the only like visual we got was like him flying upwards. Look at that. They copied Superman Returns on that one.
Yeah.
See, he flies in
And then
space.
right here, a little
Just-
nod to Christopher Reeve.
I mean, he does all this shit. It's all there. It's just a little bit more serious.
Start with the urban legends that have sprung up in his wake. All of the friends of a friend.
Oh, yeah, Joe. I can never forget his abs.
For others, a sight.
He had a dick like this big. Just crazy guy. He took the whole meaning to Greenhorn.
He rocks, do you know him?
That, some nice product placement. Of course, Pete. He works at the IHOP.
I know exactly who Pete is.
Fat redhead Pete.
I'm Liz Lamb from the Daily Planet.
Shut the fuck up.
That actually wasn't scripted.
Yeah, probably not.
I just noticed. I don't know if I've ever noticed this before, but Martha works at Sears. She had like a Sears lanyard around her neck.
Did she?
I've seen this movie 1,000 times, and I don't think I've ever noticed that before.
Subtle product placement. Until he goes through the building later.
Yeah.
Where are you from? What are you doing here? Let me tell your story.
My story told.
It's going to come out eventually. Someone's going to get photographed or figure out where you live.
I know this isn't good.
The only way you can disappear for good is to stop helping people altogether, and it says that's not an option for you.
Well, he doesn't save people, Lois.
Yeah, you totally didn't
So
watch
there.
World found out where we were. They rejected.
God, that hat looks like it's gone through so much shit. It was like a denim hat almost.
I think he is.
I just want to do something useful with my life. So farming, feeding people, that's not useful. I didn't say that. My family's been farming for 5 generations. Your family.
Does this slightly bug you too that she's in the backseat, mom's in the backseat?
You're just a guy who...
Oh, yeah. That's kind of a dick move. Clark. I thought you were going to say, does it slightly bug you that Clark is a shithead teenager at this part that you just want to slap in his face?
Well, he's
Sorry,
a shithead teenager that's massively huge.
Yeah, yeah. Well.
In more ways than one. Hold on, there's a fucking tornado coming right at us. You can't sense this shit?
So shut your mouth.
All your powers and you can't tell when there's a fucking tornado coming?
This is also another heavily debated scene. Instead of him dying of a heart attack. Oh, spoilers. If you haven't seen this before.
Yeah, for some reason this was your first viewing. Like that. Stuck, he just pulls the kid right out. Dumb bitch, get your shit together.
Don't you know how to unbuckle a car seat?
No, no. Put your mom in your boss.
And Kevin Costner runs like an old man. Puts the head down a little. I mean, he's putting his head down for different reasons. See, I don't know what the right answer is on this one. Honestly, when I first saw this, I thought it was way more impactful than a heart attack.
Yeah, I agree.
But I kind of do see some of the arguments a little bit here.
Yeah.
I do kind of get where people are saying,
Because he could have saved him.
you know, he didn't have to be so much against him actually just going to get the dog.
Yeah. Yeah, from the beginning.
Yeah.
And the whole point of the heart attack is that he has all the powers, you know, as is spoken in the first Superman movie, that I have all these powers and I couldn't save him.
This one he technically could, but he's just following his dad's wishes,
Yeah.
as he says.
Because he was convinced that I had to win. That the world was not ready. What do you think?
I've heard people bitch about Henry Cavill's acting. I don't know how.
Ah, yeah, that one.
Another thing that just blows my mind.
I told you not to run with this. What did you do? You let Woodburn just shotgun it all over the internet. Now, the publishers want me to sue you.
Well, it makes a difference. For dropping it.
Whoa, just like that? What happened to the news?
They didn't come up. The story is slow.
Or perhaps it just didn't get the traction that we hoped it would. 2 weeks leave, no pay, that's your penance. Try something like this again. No. No, let's make it 3 weeks since you're so willing to agree with me.
Dick.
I do that as a parent too.
All right, you want to agree with me that you only get 2 weeks grounding?
Yep. 3 weeks.
Whatever your reasons are for dropping it.
This is one of my favorite lines.
Why?
They knew there was something like this happening.
One of the fucking whole points of this movie is how would the world react? Not just this, but Batman v Superman. How would the world react? Could you imagine if a fucking alien shows up, questioning religion, everything, your existence? LexCorp. I remember by like the 6th time that we saw this, we kept looking for all the different Easter eggs that were there. Again, he doesn't smile.
No, not at all. Evil bastard. Hates his mom. Have to kick the dog here in a second. Mima.
So happy for you.
What?
Diane Lane does such a fantastic job as well.
That's what I mean. The casting is just
Yeah.
fucking
Top-notch.
perfect all the way through. Kevin Costner, solid podcast. Just amazing casting. Even the dog,
I know.
the border collie.
Yeah.
it's
Cast it
perfect.
so perfectly.
Knows when to bark.
It's told to be fucking quiet.
That's what you think. Wait till the next movie. There's a sign that says classified. It's like an electric one there. Never noticed that. Does it change? Like no vacancy or
Tacos for lunch.
it's Taco Tuesday.
And it goes back. Yeah.
Classified.
People,
Why is there an electric sign that says classified? That is just-
I see a lot of people still asking Zack Snyder if General Swanwick is Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, I heard Isol's response was like, they love that idea, meaning they never considered it.
Right.
But at this point,
I think whoever's at the helm of that thing is looking to
Independence Day style pictures here.
Yep. With a little arrow. Right here. This is what we're looking at.
Just in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
Here's an error.
Does anybody know where we keep the toner cartridges?
Really? You've worked there that long?
All over the news.
Oh, that's what she was going to say. You worked here this long, you don't know what the toner... You don't have an IT guy? Seriously, bitch? I'm sorry, not a bitch. That's what she would be saying to her.
Yeah, exactly.
With her
Jenny.
freaking Jenny. Not peas and carrots. Like this, Superman drinking a beer,
Yeah.
casually, watching football.
Kansas and I don't know who the fuck LTU is.
Louisiana Tech University.
Maybe.
There's no tech in Louisiana.
No,
though.
because that's Law Tech usually shortened. Yep.
Oh, there really is a Louisiana
Yeah.
Tech. I didn't think technology and Louisiana went together. Sorry if you live in Louisiana. I've been there. So my brother lived there for a while. I don't know why I got a heavy Independence Day vibe from all this shit.
Yeah.
But this
Which is awesome.
is a great way to communicate.
Yep. And I loved that, and maybe it's because I was so engulfed in it, but the marketing, when they just released this video, that was it. And you're like, holy shit. A lot of the I will find him, you're not alone.
No? Chinese Superman could happen.
It's coming in on the RSS feed.
Man, the Nokia phone? Holy shit, dude. I don't think Warner Brothers spent a dime on this movie. It's all fucking sponsors.
I have journeyed across an ocean of stars to reach you. For some time, your world has sheltered one of my citizens. I request that you return this individual to my custody. For reasons unknown, he has chosen to keep his existence a secret from you. He will have made efforts to blend in. He will look like you, but he is not one of you. To those of you who may know,
Is that you?
the fate of your planet rests in your hands. Kal-El, I say this. Surrender within 24 hours. Or watch this world suffer the consequences.
So well done. Like, that's how you introduce
Yeah.
fucking Zod.
Truly means us no harm, then he'll turn himself into his people and face the consequences. And if he won't do that, then maybe we should. The Daily Planet's Lois Lane knows who this guy is. And I can
What a dick. Everyone has a Nokia.
Been running all morning. Once I actually agree with Woodburn. Now, have you seen him? Do you know where he is?
No. And even if I did, I wouldn't say.
The entire world is being threatened here. This is not the time to fall back on journalistic integrity. This is serious, Lois. The FBI is here.
Didn't take long for the FBI to be like, oh, fuck, Lois Lane?
That's a weird shot. Make sure they show the exit sign. Like, she's not just going in any random door.
Right. She's going through the exit. Very subtle. Again, the hand.
She thinks she got away.
Running behind. I'm so smart. Oh, fuck. Another fantastic scene.
See, that's unrealistic because even though they did hear it say Kal-El, they would have called it something else. Been like, Kelly. Who is this Kelly person? Because no one ever hears this shit right. Something I didn't catch till later, but a Plato book.
Yeah.
He's a philosophizer.
And he did something real messed up to get fucking pulled out of the truck and about to get beat to shit.
Actually happened at our school.
Yeah.
Started the big war of our senior year.
Yeah, true.
And if anybody ever wants to hear that story of our senior year of high school, I don't know, ask us, I guess.
Yeah, my hand would have gone through his fucking face.
Would have made me feel great. I'll never have to deal with this shit again. Small Easter egg, Sullivan's.
Yep.
What's on your mind? I don't know where to start. Everyone? Ship that appeared last night. The one they're looking for.
Subtle humor.
Yep.
With a priest swallowing. Oh, wait. Phrasing.
Wait. We were talking about baby dicks earlier. Now priest swallowing.
Of course, the imagery here.
Yeah.
I can save it by turning myself in. Shouldn't I take it?
Totally selfish individual.
God can't be trusted. I'm not sure the people on Earth can be either.
I love the conflict, the things that make you think. This would, it's an orphan who was adopted, has a family, but also wants to know where he came from. Now he knows exactly where he comes from. He found his ship. Now someone from his home planet is looking for him. But at the same time, he's like, man, I don't know if I can trust Zod.
Man, the military got quite an upgrade from Superman 2. That's the one thing that always annoyed me about Superman 2. It's like a Jeep with a gun on it. Like, it's just
It's very
most
basic.
rinky-dink fucking military you've ever seen. Like, the National Guard is suited up better than that.
Got our attention. What is it you want?
I would like to speak to Lois Lane.
What makes you think she's here?
Don't play games with me, General. I'll surrender. But only to guarantee Lois's freedom.
People bitched about this when it was shown in the trailer that he's handcuffed. They're like, "What? Do they have kryptonite? I don't get it."
I wonder what they're painting over there. I never noticed
Yeah.
that.
What's the estimate?
It's not an S. In my world, it means hope.
Here's the next. How about
Subtle humor.
Yep.
And you don't have to shove it in everybody's face.
Along with a half-made role whenever your life savings. You can also see the squad shoulders in the next movie. Wearing a tranquilizer each. You won't need it.
Sir, you can't expect us to not take precautions. We could be carrying some kind of alien pathogen.
Been here for 33 years, Doctor. Haven't infected anyone yet.
that you know of. We have legitimate security concerns. Now, you revealed your identity in this lane over there. Why don't you do the same with us?
Let's put our cards on the table here, Ken.
Again, subtle fucking humor.
And who is? Zod.
That's what I'm worried about.
Be that as it may, I've been given orders to hand you over to him.
Do what you have to do, Ken.
One of the other common complaints about Zack Snyder that I've heard is that it's too dark, it's too grim. There's not enough brightness. In this movie, across the board, there's fucking daylight. Not everything is shot at night with Snyder.
I have the brightness up on this. That's why.
Oh, gotcha.
This is nighttime.
Damn.
Again, like the green screen is fantastic. They don't. I know he kind of blurs the background a little bit, so doesn't stick out too bad. But it's still
He's focusing on the characters. What's
Right.
important. I think if I remember though, this is shot in a random remote location.
really out of all the things they shoot in the desert.
I'm almost positive. I remember seeing some of the behind this or the leaked. I keep saying behind the scenes, but some of the leaked footage where they're standing out there and they're shooting this scene, and it's just in a random. I mean, it could just be a dry lake bed.
Yeah, there's plenty of those in California. The brakes on this thing, man. ABS ain't got nothing on that.
Sexy.
Does that thing keep going?
She was definitely checking him up and down like, oh, damn. Cal, you've grown.
Are you the ranking officer here?
I am.
General Zod would like this woman to accompany me.
You asked for the alien. You didn't say anything about one of our own.
Shall I tell the general you're unwilling to comply?
She's such a badass.
Fine. I'll go.
What the fuck is this? It's an unknown metal. It's better electricity. Totally didn't even realize. But yeah.
There you go.
It's worth a lot. Don't be like that idiot at Kansas State.
You can be a 2-time Pulitzer Prize winning reporter.
That's right, 2-time.
I love the thought that went into like how they would react to the atmosphere and how humans would breathe on a Kryptonian ship.
I take it you're Zod.
General Zod, our commander.
This actually kind of answers the question that we had from earlier about the floating robot that sliced him. I'm sure that ship is similar to this one.
But see, he's not having the issues in that ship like he's right now.
Yeah, good point.
Where he's choking up and everything.
Yeah.
Like, if that started happening to him in that one, I'd be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. But he acted fairly normal.
Yeah.
But maybe putting the key in, maybe the Jor-El AI switched over the atmosphere for him,
Yeah.
Lifetime adapting to Earth's technology.
so he didn't have enough time to...
Hours.
Help him.
I can't. Whatever's happening to him has to run its course.
Help him. Help him.
Hello, Cal. Or do you prefer?
I love that this scene kind of establishes that
They gave you.
Zod may have very intense military motives, but his motives you can still kind of understand. I'm like, okay, yeah, he's just trying to bring his people back.
Preservation.
Yeah.
Krypton was dying. In return for my efforts to protect our civilization and save our planet, I and my fellow officers were sentenced to the Phantom Zone. And then the destruction of our world.
Convenient.
Blowing up world, not setting up for a punchline.
Yeah, I tried to
Yeah,
ruin it.
I actually feel the I actually feel the pain of like,
Ruins
fuck.
of our planet until we starve.
How did you find your way to Earth?
We managed to retrofit the Phantom projector into a hyperdrive. Your father made a similar modification to the craft that brought you here. And so the instrument of our damnation became our salvation.
Again, look at this CGI. It just looks fantastic. I just can't get over the CGI in here.
I really feel that Zack Snyder at some point really wanted to incorporate the black suit. Because you can tell each of them, they're wearing, you know, the black suit, but with their house logo on it.
Withered and died long ago. We salvaged what we could. Armor, weapons, even a world engine. For 33 years we prepared. Until finally we detected a distress beacon which you triggered when you accessed the ancient scout ship. You led us here, Captain. And now it's within your power to save what remains of your race. On Krypton, the genetic template for every being yet to be born is encoded in the Registry of Citizens. Your father stole the registry's codex and stored it in the capsule that brought you here.
See, I love this because there's really no lying here.
So that Krypton can vindicate.
It's his perspective.
Yep.
It's just so well done. It's not like evil, fucking Dr. Evil, pinky to the mouth, fucking
Right, exactly.
shit here. He's just telling them.
Yep.
There's no... He's not hiding anything from him. His motives are fucking clear.
Where is the codex, Cal?
Krypton lives again. What happens to Earth?
Judgment Day.
The foundation has to be built on something.
Yeah.
Even your father recognized that.
Man, I would have loved to see him in that suit again. Fighting the Justice League.
I can't be a part of it. Then what can you be a part of? No! Stop! Your father acquitted himself with honor, Cal. You killed him. I did. And not a day goes by where it doesn't haunt me.
See, he's honest, but then it haunts him.
Yeah.
If I had to do it again, I would.
Because he has a purpose.
To my people.
If I didn't love Superman so much, I would root for Zod.
You're kind of doing it now.
Yeah.
He's got a wicked goatee.
Again, I fucking applaud the CGI in this. The fact that Zod's suit isn't... that's fucking all CGI, and the detail that they put into that just blows me away.
What's the sitrep picture? PSP ping 2 bogies launching from the alien ship. Put it up.
Yes, sir.
There it is.
Reach out Skycon forward. Give me a closer
Ooh.
Alien craft on aggressive approach.
Icon 4 coming online.
Airspeed.
380 knots and entering Kansas airspace. They're not responding to our hails.
We're wasting your efforts. The strength you derive from your exposure to the Earth's sun has been neutralized aboard our ship. Here, this environment, you're as weak as a human.
It was rumored, I can't think of that actor's name, but that he was gonna play someone like Brainiac. That I remember him being in the casting talks a lot before the movie came out, and then he just had a pretty small part.
Get sucked into the Phantom Zone again. Convenient. They threw her in a cell with one of these command prompts.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Thanks to you, I've uploaded to the ship's mainframe.
Who are you?
I am Cal's father.
Can you help us?
I designed this ship. I can modify its atmospheric composition to human compatibility. We can't stop them. We can't send them back to the Phantom Zone.
There are a lot of conveniences with Ghost Jor-El, but I think to me, it works.
Most of them does.
Yeah.
It's some of the phrasing though, to see you standing there as an adult, that's like, meh.
Yeah.
But him explaining the past of Krypton, that being able to change the atmosphere of the ship, that all makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Ship's crew are alert. Need to move quickly.
But he does have some interesting interactions here.
They do kind of. I mean, that is used in with Marlon Brando and Donner Superman, is that he can see him, that it is his conscience. He doesn't say that it's his conscience, but
What's happening?
Wouldn't he be getting stronger too, though? I hope. She's looking at the gun like, what the fuck do I do with this?
lucky she's a pretty good shot for a reporter.
Good thing these guys take so long to shoot. I love this part. Boop.
Secure yourself inside the open pod. Safe travels, Miss Lane. It's highly unlikely we'll be seeing each other again. Remember, the phantom drives are essential in stopping them.
Duck.
We're here to the left.
Oh. How do you know she was going to do a straight punch? She could have done an uppercut.
A crotch kick.
An uppercunt. Another bogey. Yeah, that would be pretty fucking scary.
Good job, Jor-El.
Is it true what Zod said about the Codex? Strike that panel. We wanted you to learn what it meant to be human first. So that one day, when the time was right, you could be the bridge between two peoples.
But there's no other people on one side. It's like one dude on one side of the bridge and 6 billion on the other side.
You can save all of them.
More imagery.
I was about to say, this is definitely beating it over your head. You could save all of them. Like, if you don't fucking get it now by the metaphors, then you're fucking clueless. I'm sorry. See, I think that's the only time the CGI looks bad. Just looks weird. She's just like, ah! Ah! Like all this fire around her and shit. Tag, you're it.
You've got me. Who's got you?
Good thing his chest is so big. Protects her. Hide between my pectorals. Dog's always on it.
That is a really well casted dog.
See? I told you.
Barks right on cue.
I do love this. Like, the ships are heading to Kansas, but we have no idea who Superman is.
Yeah.
He's just a dude that he could be anywhere. You really have to do the barrel roll on the way down.
Right, yeah. Nice little spin.
He skull fucked you both. See, and I've seen people always use that against Superman with the Martha scene.
What's that?
That he can't find his mom.
Oh, but he can hear at this
Yeah.
point. Well, I mean, some of the counter argument
Kansas.
to that, exactly. There's not much.
Go to hell. I love that. All right. But at least he's civil, you know? He's not going to beat her up.
Yeah.
Woman on woman beating.
Sends the woman to do it. And then conveniently she looks at the barn.
Really? Come on, there's a better way.
It does have a door.
Do you not know how to knock? She didn't really look, okay?
And she creates a second hole leaving.
Oh, no, not the dodge. It's probably the most useful thing that dodge has done. Ooh. I remember our friend Tommy watched this. He may have watched it with us at one point.
He did San Francisco.
And he did that. He's like, "Why did the silo blow up?" I'm like, "Cause it's an action movie, asshole."
Exactly.
A lot of friction. He's like, "There's probably like corn in there. Why would the silo blow up?" That makes sense to blow up.
Poor 7-Eleven.
So awesome. Unlike Superman 2,
Yeah,
he's experiencing all the shit himself like Clark did as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't just show up and go, "Hey, yeah, we're good. Oh, look at these cool powers we have."
We can fly. 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 I bet this hurts. I always felt like that was foreshadowing. It hurts, doesn't it? That shows how strong he is, though. He took a shot from an alien ship. He's supposed to take out another alien ship, and
Yeah. Well,
he took it like a champ. I love that. It's kind of like some wrestling tease right there. You know, you had him in the same ring for a moment.
Yeah.
Kind of talk a little
No
bit.
shit.
But, you know, you got to save the big fight for later, right?
Yep. I did a quick run-in when he attacks him.
And then here's Kevin Nash and Scott Hall.
Yep.
Because that was like Sting and Hogan right there.
Yeah, there you go.
It's nice I got through the outsiders first.
I remember when this scene had leaked of him kind of walking up to them. There's so much speculation on what the taller one was going to be, because it was just a guy with a long tennis ball. And Superman or Henry is supposed to look up at it, and there's so much speculation on who that was going to be. More Brainiac stuff was being talked about. I think people were throwing out fucking Doomsday, a bunch of random shit.
Probably one of the greatest fights, action scenes in superhero history here.
Oh yeah. Matt and I talked about this is probably going to be down the road, especially with the rate of our subscribers going. But if we could afford to, we'd love to go. This was in, if I'm pronouncing it right, Plano, Illinois. And they changed the whole town, small town, to be Smallville. We'd love to go visit it, see the Sears, you know, the...
Go shop at it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd love to get gas at that 7-Eleven.
Eat at the IHOP.
We've eaten at IHOPs before.
Yes, quite a bit.
We've given a number to a waitress who never called us.
Oh, that was a great senior trip.
Boom.
Doesn't save people.
Subtle humor. Oh, shit. Not so subtle. Fucking ad placement, but hey.
Yeah.
Boom.
Like, hey, Pete.
The MVP. Somebody you probably never thought
Son of a, unsure of yourself.
would be the most badass
Oh,
character.
yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Fucking love that.
The fact that
The choreography with the fights, man.
and we do not gives us an
Evolutionary advantage. Love that. But she's saying humanity makes him weak. Boom, and then of course, the first shot.
Yep. Right
No
in front
one
of the safe.
Speculation of what the fuck does that mean?
and does he have underwear on the outside?
Yeah.
That was some of the biggest speculation.
Boom. Love this tag team. Boom.
If you haven't,
Kick. Close.
boom. Well, watch some of the behind the scenes and the making of this, and I love
He's fucking dead.
they splice together the actual people, you know, with CGI, and they film some of those shots of he's on wire, you know, getting thrown around, and they do such a great job.
Boom. Oosh. Now this is the only thing that I've ever knocked Snyder about when it comes to these movies. I feel like Henry's suit should be getting fucked up through this.
Yeah.
Something. His hair. I mean, come on. Something. Like, there's no real battle damage.
Right. The only consistency would be Zod's scar.
Yeah.
Is battle damage that even Doomsday has. Yeah, that would be cool if it was getting torn up a little bit in this.
Something, I don't know, dirt. I feel like some dirt should be on it. I don't know. Sticks a bullet to the head. That's Terminator style right there.
U-Haul.
I love this U-Haul
There
show.
you go. Move.
Boom. Doesn't save people. I love the way the military is portrayed in this too. They're not running. He's gonna whip out his fucking pistol. The moment right here where I realized a Dragon Ball Z movie could be made. Fuck.
Why is that?
Because what's about to happen here momentarily.
Oh, yeah.
The speed.
You really see the...
Boom, boom, boom. And then this part right here.
I love that.
Douche. Oh, I was like, it is possible to show like fast-paced fighting, like, because they're not moving that fast. Well, to us anyway, they're not moving that fast here. But she's just like fucking sliding on ice almost.
Yeah, I love it. I love that. One of my favorite parts is when she throws the one dude into the other one.
And then Wonder Woman used it.
Awesome. Yeah.
100 years ago. I'm gonna use this motherfucker to hit this other motherfucker.
And Steve, right?
That bullet did not have very many bullets in it. That gun didn't have very many bullets in it.
I love that. He's just shooting her in
Hi.
every which way. Oh, fuck.
The music.
I love how
The
they're...
Kryptonian music.
You'd think that the military is just still just blazing them with fucking bullets. and they don't give two shits. They're like, ah, this isn't really working, but let's just waste all of our ammo.
All right, maybe one will get lucky.
Yeah.
See, her knife seems crooked. His seems right. Hers looks like a glorified box cutter. Boom.
Colonel Hardy was about to fuck her up.
He was gonna win that. I'll see. I thought he was sneaking behind her there to get a cheap shot in.
Forever you and you say, we'll kill 1,000,000 more.
I don't know why.
The
I love
train
this.
faster than a locomotive, or more powerful than a locomotive.
More powerful than a wash machine. But this right here, she puts her hand out.
Like she's
Bitch, you
gonna
ain't
stop
Neo.
it.
You ain't Neo. You ain't stopping it. Boom.
Smallville is fucked.
Bombville. I do like that she's out though. You know, she's kind of like that does affect her a little bit, even though Superman takes a nuke in BVS. But yeah,
She eventually recovers. And peace. Again, with the trailers and the marketing, when this shot was in the trailer, really giving the scope of, we don't fucking know who this alien is. We don't trust him. The army sneaking up on him.
I remember that. Remember in this Instagram fight, people were like, why would Superman trust any of these people from Earth? Because he's always been treated so badly. Well, here you go.
This man is not our enemy.
That's why.
Thank you, Colonel.
This is the resolve. This is him showing himself and people accepting him for what he is. That's the whole point. This is the first step of a 5 series of movies that never happened.
And now we know why that Martha works, in a diner in BVS, because Sears got fucked up and she lost her job.
Yep. Thanks a lot, Clark.
Yeah, so way to go.
See, subtle humor.
Yeah.
It's only stuff, Mark. It can only be replaced.
I like how this cop just sees Superman standing there on this fucking thing. Oh shit, she's yelling Clark at this guy.
What happened down there? He exposed a temporary weakness. It is of little consequence. Because I have located the codex. It was never.
I don't know why he was... I looked it up earlier, but his name is Mackenzie Gray. He actually was in Supergirl, apparently, in a couple episodes of that. Legends of Tomorrow. But I don't know why there's so much speculation on what his character was going to be. And I'm not too familiar with him as an actor.
Well, that's what they do with every movie.
True.
Who the chick that played the forensic scientist in BVS? I forgot her name.
yeah,
That
that's
she
right,
was
yeah.
cut out of the theatrical.
Right.
She was supposed to be Robin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
It's like just random.
From like The Dark
I
Knight.
forget her name. Yeah, I forget her name, but she was supposed to be freaking Robin. It was.
Yeah, that's a good point, because according to IMDb, Mackenzie Gray has not been in anything where I'm like, oh, okay, people were stoked about it, but, yeah,
Again.
you're right, great point.
CGI just looks fucking phenomenal. Look at that. The Earth has never looked flatter.
Confirmed. Zack Snyder confirmed. Oh no! If anyone heard that, they could totally run with it and say Zack Snyder fans are flat earthers.
Fuck, I think more people. Never mind. Gonna make a comment. Ooh.
The rest of the ship is ascending. Yes, sir.
Conveniently over Metropolis.
Yep.
Why couldn't they do Gotham? It was right next door. It was shittier. So look at that. Look at that fucking... Just, it looks like it's real. I swear, what the fuck are wrong with movies these days? It's a mean mug stare.
What the fuck you gonna do, Perry?
I'm gonna suspend him. No pay.
For 3 weeks for arguing. Or no, for agreeing.
Somebody made the. I think remember somebody making the joke the day dubstep was born. As right now. Bong, 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 bong.
We still cannot figure out. There's a truck that gets lifted at one point, and it was supposed to be an Easter egg. It's got some random numbers and shit on it, but I don't think did you ever figure out what it's supposed to be?
No.
I'll point out the truck when it shows up. Just mauling people over.
What if they hit us with it?
It's like some kind of gravity weapon working in tandem with their ship. Somehow they're increasing the Earth's mass out in the atmosphere with particulates. Oh my god. The terraforming.
What's that?
Planetary engineering modifying the Earth's atmosphere and topography.
Turning Earth into Krypton.
But what happens to us?
Have you seen her outside of this movie? Her name's Christina Wren Ferris, Major Ferris.
Yeah.
She's smoking. This movie does not do her justice.
They do give her like a boy cut. Like a
Yeah,
haircut there. That's military, so.
true. Very true.
High and tight, even for females.
Yep.
Pulled back and tight.
We have a plan, General.
Is that what I think it is?
It's the ship he arrived in.
It's too bad we never, even in like Justice League, never got a Green Lantern, and then they brought her back, incorporated the Ferris.
Yeah. Another beautiful Easter egg. Very well placed.
Yes. So if we open up this doorway, then theoretically they should be pulled back in.
So you want us to bomb them with that?
General, that craft maxes out 17,000 pounds. You can drop it from a C-17. Survival plan.
It's made out of metal that a metallurgist at Kansas doesn't know what the fuck it is. How do you know it's only 17? I guess I just picked it up. Whatever.
If that thing is making Earth more like Krypton, won't you be weaker around it?
Maybe. I'll not let that stop me from trying.
He's so selfish.
Yeah,
Gosh.
he is. What a dick.
Maybe a little bit more.
A little bit more subtle humor.
Yeah.
Nice smile.
It's sad we have to point this out.
Yes.
One of the best fucking soundtracks.
There we go. That's the vision right. That's the
Yep.
trailer right there. Him shooting
Boom.
straight up.
Right here. This truck right there.
Yeah, 3-7 something.
Yeah. I have
It's
no
like
idea
a
what that
bus.
even means.
Yeah, it looks like a bus. Like the top of a bus. Maybe a box truck. Yeah.
Leora, take command.
Yes, sir.
I need to secure the Genesis chamber and pay my respects to
package in tow.
Beautiful. Just so well done. I just 2013. That's when it was released. Fuck.
Yeah.
CGI is probably done in, a lot of it's done in 2012.
Still getting used to it.
They will find you in the sun.
Command key accepted. Genesis chamber coming online, sir.
Stop this on. While there's still time.
Haven't given up lecturing me, have you? Even in death.
I will not let you use the codex like this.
You don't have the power to stop me. The command key I have entered is revoking your authority. This ship is now under my control.
Ooh, in your face. Alright, so officially I think the beginning of this is where it got a little dumb. I think we can admit that with the tentacles.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this in our review and everything. I would have loved if there was no tentacles and he was just struggling to even get close to the thing. Basically, eliminate all this tentacle shit and then get to
Yeah.
that part where he's underneath the thing.
Right.
Fighting him.
I get that it's a defense mechanism for that, but it is a little bit overkill.
It just
And you, like you said, you really feel once he gets underneath it and he's sacrificing himself and he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to blow through this ship. You feel the emotion. It's a great part, but yeah, the tentacles are like, all right, a little much.
you fired that on purpose.
Leaving the building now.
It didn't take a phone call from Bruce Wayne for them to leave.
They keep trying. And watching this part also just makes you appreciate the shit out of the beginning of BVS.
Yeah.
Like, this is some perspective, but the BVS perspective is just even more intense. Look at this CGI. Look at this building falling. It's just... man, I can't get over it. That was in the trailers for a long time.
Our people can coexist. So we can suffer through years of pain trying to adapt like your son has.
I love this part too because I've heard people complain about, well, how come they couldn't just adjust like Superman did? Well, clearly he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to go through that pain. He's like, no, fuck it.
Have you managed to quarantine this invasive intelligence?
I have.
Then prepare to terminate it. I'm tired of this debate.
Silencing me won't change anything. My son is twice the man you were. They will finish what we started. I can promise you that.
Ooh. In your face.
Damn. I'll give you another cut.
Tell me, you have Jor-El's memories, his conscience. Can you experience his pain? I will harvest the codex from your son's corpse, and I will rebuild Krypton atop his bones.
Wow.
In your face. Oh, such a great villain. Such a fantastic villain. Purpose, motivation. Tentacles.
Such a great villain.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I can't even remember how he defeats the damn things. I think he just falls down eventually, right?
Yeah, I think so. Just right underneath.
Yeah. I always kind of check out here. Yeah. And it just happens to throw him right into the thing. See, this is where it kind of should have started. Like, maybe he flies close trying to do it, and it sucks him down in there. This point on is where it should happen. Now, this is how you have a connection to people that need to be saved.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like a Russian family that's random out of nowhere and is almost an inconvenience to the plot. This is how you subtly show people.
And this acting, so I'm not too familiar with this actress, but you know, obviously it's Jenny.
Jenny.
We know that Jenny Olsen, apparently, but she does a fucking fantastic job in this. Like, you feel this emotion. Such an underrated performance.
Good com, this is Guardian. Are we cleared to make the drop? Negative, Guardian.
Man. And I don't know how many people have noticed this, but look at his face at this point. And this is how you honor the ones before you. You don't replicate what they're trying to do. You subtly show what the previous Superman before you did. Well, not Ralph, but
Well, he was Christopher Reeve Light.
I love this look on Perry's face. I just like this. They're just like, it's gonna happen.
But I'm here with you.
The subtle change, and look at his face. And if you can't tell me that that's not added CGI effect in it to look like Christopher Reeve's face.
Yeah, I think there's a couple subtle things in here. We talked about, obviously, him flying around the Earth, the ship in the, you know, with Jor-El.
The slight pull of the shirt that Jor-El did.
So I think there's subtle nods.
And that's
Boom.
subtle. I just love Perry in that. They were just going to accept it.
Yeah.
This is what, you know, they're going to run like cowards. We're not going to make a joke. Even the dude that's kind of a weasel. It's just like, all right, we're here together.
Good com, this is Guardian. We're passing through baseline red. We are good to go.
Godspeed, Guardian. Arm the package. You are cleared hot.
We're lining up for the final run. It's up to you and Hamilton now.
Soaks in the sun.
The beads of water running off his face. I feel like the sun is so important in this story.
Yeah.
It's used in so many ways. It just, even when Zod was looking at it and looking at his hand with the sun hitting his face, like the sun is like
Done
almost
really well.
a character in itself in this movie.
So one of the common complaints with just the Superman character in general, it goes back to the Christopher Reeve movies, is with Lois Lane and how she's always a part of the plot. Obviously, again, utilized in this. But what I like about Amy Adams' Lois Lane is it's a different type of, like, her confidence to me is, and this is nothing against Margot Kidder, but I love, like, her confidence in it. And yeah, she ends up being the typical Superman trope where she constantly has to be saved and so many times, but I feel like it's done differently. And so I thought Zack Snyder really incorporated a strong female character in Lois Lane, not just someone who is not someone who stupidly puts himself into harm's way, but someone who's trying to help and has confidence and intelligence.
A purpose.
Exactly.
Another controversial scene. You know you could fuck, dude. You have a chick on board there. It's pretty fucking hot. Krypton had his chance. He's no longer the bridge between two people. He just axed that bridge.
Yep.
It's crazy how many things that ship was used for in the later movies.
Yeah.
That point right there. It makes a doomsday. It brings back Superman. It creates death and creates life.
Yeah. And now Pharaoh's pissed.
Wilhelm scream.
Yep.
Grenade launcher might have no,
Yeah.
not much success.
He was trying though.
I'm not sure why you're bringing a grenade launcher on a plane, but hey, whatever you got. God, she's got one hell of a left hook. I always thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like it looks like he's gonna fucking just, yeah.
Fucking backhand.
I just love like he's like, I got it. Watch this punch. Oh, foreshadowing here.
Yep.
Oh.
He's not going to be in BVS.
Nope. Unless it comes back as Doomsday.
Another Doomsday. Colonel Hardy the badass.
But are they gonna die, or did they just go to the Phantom Zone?
Yeah. I love the speculation that people talked about with possibly it'd be cool to get Feora brought back because somehow they, take characters from the Phantom Zone. That would be badass. I wouldn't mind it.
Hit that flying in overdrive, motherfucker. I love how you have to portray this. Like, really fly. Like running. Really push whatever the hell you gotta push to fly.
Right. To fly faster. Inconveniently.
I've
rich.
actually heard this recently of people complaining about this. This was a new one. I wish we would have known this one for our episode, but I've never heard this before. But people talk shit about this, that they kiss on basically the ashes of a bunch of dead people.
What?
I just recently heard this one. That they're making out covered in the ash of dead people and shit like that. And I was like, oh, shit.
How many action movies happen where, there's a bunch of destruction behind and then the two main characters end up kissing afterwards? It happens. It's almost an action movie trope.
But this is like, he just saved her life.
Yeah, exactly.
She's probably fucking wet like a whistle.
Oh yeah, and they think, and they feel like it's over until this happens.
One of the best lines here by Zod.
I exist only to protect Krypton. That is the sole purpose for which I was born. And every action I take, no matter how violent or how cruel, is for the greater good of my people. And now, I have no people. My soul.
Motives for trying just to terrorize everybody.
I actually heard somebody complain about that. Somebody tied in with Marvel. I can't remember exactly who it was, but he was on a Kevin Smith podcast. And he was actually saying the reason why Man of Steel wasn't very good is because Zod was the good guy of the movie.
What?
And I don't want to go as far as say it was Kevin Feige. I cannot remember who it was, but it was somebody tied into the Marvel universe. And basically, saying that because Zod was so passionate and so relatable, and he was right, is what the guy said. I'm like, well, that makes him a great villain because he's not. Because what he's promoting maybe, or what he wants is maybe right, but what he's promoting to do it is wrong.
Like Thanos. A lot of people talk about like, okay, you know, his motives are understandable, just his way of going about it is wrong, and fucking done 5 years ago. I've actually heard a lot of the cast. It's one of the reasons I hate. I think it's Anthony Mackie plays Falcon, right?
Yeah.
That he's said that this movie was garbage. Actually makes fun of a guy who enjoyed this, like right to his face in the interview. Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck you, dude. You're an idiot.
You're one of the worst MCU characters of all time.
Exactly. You got beat up by Ant-Man. Get Mickey Mouse's cock out of your mouth.
Oh, god damn it. Alright, maybe a little... everybody wanted to correct us in the comments about this.
It's just so funny.
Douche!
little Mario hop over the LexCorp truck. And
I think
boom.
someone said, like, don't worry, no one died in that. I'm like, God, I don't know, man. Gotta be one person like, God, thank God, work's finally over. Douche!
Fucking parking garage. Another important line coming up.
There's only one way to end Cal. Either you die or I do.
So he didn't fucking have a choice. This was gonna continue to go.
Like a fucking bulldog.
I love that.
Fuck, you're flying.
I love the more subtle humor.
Yep.
And boop.
Swing and a miss, but...
And 0 workday save.
I was bred to be a warrior, Cal. Trained my entire life to master my senses. Where did you train?
On a farm? Rah. Fucking A. See, it's not so hard, Zod. Would have been that much suffering.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is the only time where the green screen gets a tad bit questionable.
Yeah.
I mean, but for
bit.
2013, it was fantastic.
Yeah, and I still love the shots. I mean, this is something that we never got in the Superman movie.
Oh, no. No.
So to me, that was Superman trying to punch Zod as far away as possible.
Yep, and Zod fucking just starts putting him through buildings.
Yep.
And now he's dragging his face across the building.
Cheese grater, bitch.
Yeah, right here. Boom. Alright, fuck this building shit. Take it to space. Let's get out of here.
And into a
Wayne
satellite. Fucked.
Douche. I remember this. When this was in the trailer right here. When it shows all the debris falling and shit, and it goes over the LexCorp building. I remember so much speculation on that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh man, I remember so much speculation. Yeah, because the LexCorp building there, all the shit falling there. Fuck.
You love these people so much. You can roar for them. Don't do this.
He'll never stop.
Who knew death could be taken so seriously in a comic book movie?
Yeah, no shit. What, no quip?
You're gonna feel that in the morning.
You're a real pain in the neck.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, that's Superman 2.
Yes, as she murders some other random woman. Not random, but I was curious though where the hell they're driving to in this shitty car.
Government vehicle. This was one of the reasons why people claim that Superman's selfish
Yeah, he's
in
a
the
dick.
Snyderverse. Yeah.
Because he's crashing military drones.
Are you effing stupid? One of your surveillance drones. That's a $12 million piece of hardware. It was.
Ah!
I know you're trying to find out where I hang my cape.
It was.
How do we know you won't one day act against America's interests? I grew up in Kansas, Jeff.
Way to give it away.
About as American as it gets. Look, I'm here to help. But it has to be on my own terms. And you have to convince Washington of that. Even if I were willing to try. What makes you think they'd listen? I don't know, General. Guess I'll just have to trust you.
Well, you just crashed his drone.
You smiling about that?
Nothing, sir. I just think he's kind of hot.
I don't know why. I always felt like that was like a studio thing or something. Like, that just seems so out of place.
Warner Brothers? Yeah, it could be.
Someone just like saying he's hot. That or, I don't know. There is, if you listen to some of the behind the scenes stuff with Snyder talking about Cavill, he is kind of obsessed how Cavill looks so great. And stuff. So maybe he just wanted to get that in there. Maybe
Yeah.
Cavill had a clause in his contract that he had to be called hot. I worked out so fucking hard.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking look at him. He's jacked. That's fucking Superman.
The music, the imagery. Jesus. Literally.
It's one of the things that pisses me off when people say that the Snyderverse is so dark. Like I don't know what about this film. Grounded, sure. Dark,
Maybe a little intense with all the final
that's
battle.
about it. Intense.
Serious. Yeah, I don't get that. I really don't get that. Until they introduce Batman, it doesn't really get dark.
Right.
I guess that's the second movie, but
What
eh.
are you gonna throw me a bone?
What are you gonna throw her about?
What he said.
Go back to Chelsea and turn cool. He'll probably have a rebound.
She looks too young for you.
Lombard.
I thought he was gonna ask him.
This is Clark Kent. Good luck, kid. Hey, Steve. Nice to meet you too.
Hi. Lois Lane.
Subtle humor. Just means a lot. Never smiles. The movie ends with him smiling. The fuck are you talking about? Well, that ends
Fantastic.
one of the best origin movies, actually on our list. The
Yeah.
best origin.
Yep, it is.
Comic book movies of all time. Seriously. Charles Rowan was part of this too. Huh. A lot of familiar names. Anyway, I hope this turned out well. I know it's kind of weird just listening to us talk about a movie for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. Best we can do is just put it up and see what happens.
Yeah, let us know. We've actually
John
talked.
Peters. Oh shit, that's right. I keep forgetting about him.
We've talked about doing other watch-alongs, movies that we can possibly make fun of the whole time.
Yeah, roasting.
Yep, the entire time. So if it's something that you would be interested in, if you remotely enjoy this at all, definitely leave us a comment, shoot us an email, whatever. We're also on social media, as you should know by now. So let us know if this is something you would be interested in us doing again. Blah.
and video hopefully will be incorporated into this in the future. If we do these more, it definitely will be video. We have some of the setup, we just haven't had time to execute it and make sure that it actually will get pulled off properly and it won't look like shit. That's what we're trying to avoid. So it will be so if this sounds good, like what Shane was talking about, the roasting, we were talking about roasting the shit out of Thor Ragnarok.
Yep.
At one point. Maybe, even maybe an Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Again.
Right,
So,
exactly.
maybe something like that. We thought about it. Maybe it'd be funny. Maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. It'd be traumatizing in some sense to watch those damn movies again. But
yeah, or if you just want to hear us talk about other movies and how we're viewing them, let us know. Leave us a comment.
Maybe Logan.
Yeah.
We could do Logan. That'd be cool to do. So, we'll just kind of conclude this. Wrap this bitch up. Man, this is not going to be edited, so you're going to hear it live in color. So, in case I don't see you.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. You're one of very few to make it to the end.
Yes, thank you very much.
Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Comic Movie Marks Podcast and hit the notification bell. All these fucking YouTube channels say this shit, so I'm going to say it now.
Yes, it's perfect. And if you want to hear our full podcast, you can check out our podcast on iTunes or any other podcast subscription service.
Make sure you subscribe. Thanks again.